All right, this is kind of a painful video to make, and it's not going to apply to every single person that watches my channel. But if you have a training business and you've been struggling for a while, or you're thinking about hanging it up and you're thinking about stopping your training business, I want you to watch this, and hopefully this can help you. So a couple minutes ago, I just got off a call with a coach who is thinking about shutting down. And he's been doing this for like 8 years. His joy and his passion of coaching is gone. And when we got down to it, it 1000% had to do with how he was running his business. And because of he was running his business a very specific way, it was making his business hard to stay afloat. Like he was doing like around $4,000 or $5,000 per month. He wants to do this as a full-time thing. He hasn't been able to get past $4,000 to $5,000 per month. And it's not allowing him to do this. It's really just trapping himself in a side hustle. And we got down to it. And, there were 3 things that he was doing that I know most coaches that struggle to break past 4 to 5K per month. This is what you guys are struggling with. It's like the clients that you have are very flaky. They're very inconsistent. They're not committed to anything. Like they might commit to next week on Wednesday at 4 p.m. for your session, but you don't know what they're going to do after that. So you're constantly having to hunt them down and remind them about training with you, and it's not a priority for them. So they don't make your business a priority. So, it's hard for you to make your business your priority when you don't have consistent clients or committed clients. And that's what me and this guy talked about. And I told him, I said, look, if you keep doing things the way you're doing it now, it's never going to change. Because it hasn't changed over the last several years. It has stayed the same, and you won't be able to break through to doing this full time until you change your business. And I said, if you want to just keep doing what you're doing, just do that. But, you're not happy doing that, and you're not, the joy of coaching and the passion of coaching has gone out the window because, you're not working with clients that really value you. And he understood that. But I told him, I said, making this change requires, you have to really lead your business, and you have to get the parents of the kids that you work with to follow you. If they don't follow you, then you're going to have to get brand new clients. And, it's might be better for you long-term to do that if you're looking at this full time. So you have everybody on board that is committed. But that's kind of the first thing. It's like your clients aren't committed, and that's why you're probably stuck doing things at a certain level. The second thing, this comes down to you as a person. It's like you have to really decide that in order to be more successful, you have to be more organized. And that is something like I teach people how to do in their business when they're part of my accelerator program. I show people how to get really locked in, really organized, but it's something you have to do. Can't just take in information. You have to execute and change who you are really to a certain extent. To become more organized, because when you're more organized, you're more professional with your business. And parents that see a more professional business, they respect that more, and they pay that person more than the average Joe. All right. And then the third thing, this is a really big struggle. I personally went through this. I've been through it many times, but a lot of coaches that can't break past the 4 to 5K month, or they're thinking about quitting because they're not making as much as they want if they're going to do this full time. It's because you're really undervaluing yourself. You're not getting clients to pay you a premium, and you could be making more per client, but you're trying to compete against the other coaches in your area with price, and it's a race to the bottom. So you're having to run more sessions per day to make X amount of dollars. And if you're making like $4,000 a month, for example, that's like $1,000 a week. In this economy, that might be really hard for you to do that if you have a family, or you have bills to pay and stuff like that. So you need premium clients, but you have to really change how you think about yourself and how people perceive you. Because if you're undercutting your competitors with price, that's not good for you long term, because you're going to have to take on a higher volume of clients that are paying little to no money, and you need a lot of it's a mass numbers game at that point. You need a lot of customers. And when you have a lot of customers that don't pay a lot, there's a lot of turnover, and you have to replace them all the time. So it's better to have less clients that take you more serious, that pay a premium. And that's what I told this guy. And is he going to go make these changes? I don't know. It's up to him. But if he does, he's probably going to double or triple his business literally within the next 90 days. And he's only going to work with committed clients. So if you're watching this and this resonates with you, click the link right below this video. I'd love to chat with you one-on-one about your business to see if I can help you. That's it. See you later.